taking it back to 1967 from Mr. Excitement himself, none other than Jackie Wilson from his #1 Billboard chart topping hit, Higher and Higher. A pretty straightforward arrangement. You've got 3 chords throughout the whole song. Starting at the beginning with the very catchy intro bass riff. So simple, yet very effective. You're going to start on the top string, string number 6 on the 5th fret, playing twice before moving to fret number 7. We then change to the 5th string, back to fret 5, back to the top string 7, back to the 5th string, fret 5. And there we then play this D notes 3 more times. Nice and slowly, all together. As per usual, I'll be going through the original standard way to play the bar chords for this song, which is the most effective. However, if you're new to guitar, I will also introduce the easy open chord version later in the video. Moving on to the chords, we have 3 chords as mentioned. We start off with D major. We then move to G major. Along to E minor. Finally, back home to D major. There's a number of ways we can go about this strum pattern, and the way I like to go about it is as if I'm playing a guitar by myself with no other instruments backing. So I like to give it a nice full kind of rhythm. Broken down in a slower tempo, the strum pattern over the D sounds something like this. Down, down, mute, down, up, down. The ghost strums add a little bit more character and depth to it, which sounds like this. Moving on to an easier version of how to play this using open chords. Again, you've got D major, followed by G major, followed by E minor, back to the D. If you're still a beginner guitarist and you're not quite used to some of the more tricky strum patterns, what you can simply do is do 8th note down strums to begin with. And then you can introduce what they call an accent, which is every for one you can play a little bit louder, which gives it a bit more character. Feeling a bit more adventurous, you can stick with the original strum pattern that I like to use. Now, if you're enjoying this tutorial and you're getting plenty of value from this video, please be so kind as to subscribe and share at your heart's content. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, I've taken the time to put together the chord and tab sheet for this song, simply go to the description below where you can download for free. Last but by no means least, we move on to the horn section, which we're going to turn into an iconic guitar riff. Okay, fairly straightforward, all based from the B minor pentatonic scale, which is the relative minor of the D major, which is what the song key is in. So we start with a slide on the second string from fret 5 to 7. Keeping on the second string, we move to the 10th fret, back to the 7th, back to the 10th, slight pause, back to the 7th. Then we go to the 10th. This time we play and pull off back to the 7th. We then move up to the 3rd string, 7th fret. We then move up another string to the 4th string, the 7th fret. Play twice. Move to the 9th on the 4th string. 7th on the 3rd. Back to the 9th on the 4th. Back to the 7th on the 3rd. Slight pause. And then we do that last section once again. Nice and slowly. Stepping back to the year 1972, an absolute classic from none other than Bill Withers, titled Use Me. Absolute great song to learn for any guitar, funk, soul enthusiast, comprising of 2 chords and a very catchy riff. So starting off, we've got our first note on the 5th fret, 5th string, and we're going to hammer on to the 7th fret of the same string. We then roll over to the 4th string, 5th fret, following which we go back to the 7th fret, 5th string. Then for twice in a row we go from the 4th string 5th fret once again, and we do that twice over. So all it is a slight delay from the 4th note going into that double pattern. We then move along to our first note we played, which is the 5th fret, 5th string, and then to the 4th fret on the 5th string, from which we slide, or I tend to slide, from the 4th fret all the way to the 7th on the same string. And in full, nice and slowly, you have the said riff. Notice how when I finish on the 7th fret, 5th string, I am then picking once again, but muting straight afterwards. So pretty much that is the main riff throughout the whole song. iconic, a lot of fun to play and fairly straightforward. There is a couple of variations, or there is one variation should I say, which you can bring in every now and again, and also we've got a few climbing notes as well. Every fourth time around we can then play this chromatic little climb, and in context now when I listen to the song, it's roughly around about every fourth time that little chromatic climb is featured, but you can make it your own and introduce it how many times you like or wherever you like. And one more variation we can introduce that's featured in the song is again part of the same scale, the E minor, and it sounds like this. And again in context, this would feature like so. And the way we play this is we start on the 4th fret 5th string, hammering on to the 7th fret. We then move to the 4th string and hammer on from 4 to 5. And then we go back to the 7th on the 5th string. 5 notes, which is nicely placed at the end of the main riff. Moving on to the chords, it's an absolute rhythm guitarist delight this song, featuring only 2 chords throughout. These chords being E7 and A7. And the way we go about playing this one is for the E7, first finger, 7th fret 5th string. On the 4th string, what we need to do is, with that first finger, is move it over that 4th string slightly, so we're muting it. So we try and dampen that sound. And then we've got our second finger on the 7th fret 3rd string. And our 3rd finger we've got on the 8th fret 2nd string. Now the beauty is we move down or towards the head of the guitar 1, 2 frets, and we move everything up 1 string. So this time first finger's on the 5th fret top string, muting the 5th string similar to the E minor. 3rd finger, correction, 2nd finger is now on the 4th string 5th fret. 3rd finger is now on the 3rd string 6th fret. That there is our A7 chord, which leads me onto the rhythm. Now it's a lot to do with feeling this, but if you're new to funk guitar, what you want to do is base it around 16th note pattern, and the best way to start this is to mute your guitar and just simply do a down up pattern based around 16th notes. The count for this will be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Applying that to the chords, we have this. One of my favourite styles of guitar is playing the funk style rhythm.